Hi guys, it's Irene, and I have another book haul to share. And then since the last one I posted, I've done a little bit more book shopping. And that's a kitty, if you can hear that. And he's gonna jump and bite me any minute now. Yep, that ow, stop. That was him. Yep, and look, he's knocking over stuff. He's kind of frisky right now. Anyway, that's the kitty, cat, and then there's another bag. Anyway, so I'm going to share all the goodies that I have acquired. I'll tell you something funny. I wound up with so many books the last time I went to Half Price Books, which is a great store, and if you have one in your area, I highly suggest you go and check it out and maybe find something. Anyway, the last time I went, they had bought so many boxes, and the store, the city where the store is, no longer uses plastic bags. They passed a law. And they actually had to find me a box. They pulled a box from the back so I could have all my books. And then once I got to my car, I put them into all these bags because honestly, I was not going to schlep that big box from my car to my house. No, that involves a flight of stairs. Alright, I'm giving you a tour, probably too much of a tour, and some of you might be air sick. So I'm just going to start with this bag here. I guess it doesn't really matter, but this one is by Juliet Blackwell and is called Tarnished and Torn, sorry, and is part of her Witchcraft Mystery series. These are really good, actually. Next, I had another one in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Sorry, excuse the scratch. That's the cat. So this is also by Juliet Blackwell, and in the same series is A Vision in Velvet. And let's see, next is Charlaine Harris's Sweet and Deadly. I'm pretty sure this is a standalone. Oh, this is actually her first book. Charlaine Harris, as I said before, created the Sookie Stackhouse books, and the show True Blood was based on them. This is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, and if you've seen the movie, I suggest the book. I had the book. I have no idea what happened to it, so I bought a new copy. And this I actually got at the Goodwill for $2.99. The Light in the Ruins by Chris Bohalian, which I also got at Half Price Books. His books are very good. If you haven't read any, I suggest you do. Another Chris Bohalian book, The Guest Room, which I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. This is Octavia Butler's Kindred. Please read this book. It is so good. Do it now. It's really, really good. This is Anton Chekhov. There's a bunch of his short stories. I like Chekhov. I don't have any of my own, but now I do. This is, which I want to say I got at the Goodwill. Nope. And I never know how to pronounce his name. I don't want to ruin it. But it's a book about Buddhism, and this monk has written a lot of books, so many books, and I kind of want all of them. This one next. This is The Tutor by Barb Alexander, and this cracked me up. Let me see if I can flip through this a couple pages. It's very interesting. A lot of pictures, drawings of the tutors, lots of information. Yeah. It had to be mine. This is Gods and Heroes of Ancient Greece by Gustav Schwab. And of course he put these together from the ancient stories from who knows how far back. But I'm very intrigued by this, and it's going to be fun to read, more so because it's so heavy. Heavy, heavy. This one is American Rose, A Nation Laid Bare, The Life and Times of Gypsy Rose Lee. I'm going to places to put these, actually. This one, come out of here. Dear Life Stories by Alice Munro. Alice Munro, an author, very good. Lots of short stories. I think I've mentioned her before. She's very, very good. This is The Witches by Stacy Schiff. She has written a book about Cleopatra that I also recommend. Moving on to bag number 2. Oh, let me take this out. It's an iPad box. And, well, yeah, no Bibles are in there. Anyway, this is Wintering, a novel of Cynthia Plath by Kate Moses. Where am I going to put this? I don't know. Right there. This is A Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. This I bought at the Goodwill. And next I bought, well, the next book, The Girl Who Played with Fire, also by Stieg Larsson, and also purchased at the Goodwill. My camera doesn't want to focus because it's kind of douchey. This, oh, that's right. I finally replaced my Anne Rice Sleeping Beauty series, where she was writing as A.N. Roquelaire. My French is rusty. A new book was recently released, and I definitely wanted to reread, so I bought myself a new copies so I could refresh my memory. I haven't read these since the 90s. This is out of order. The first one is The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty. Next one, I believe, is Beauty's Punishment. I really like this particular set because of the artwork. And Beauty's Release. I'll tell you something. I owned a lot of V.C. Andrews when I was in middle school and high school, but lost them all in some move. So I'm replacing them, and this is just the Dawn. I think these are all Dawn. But if you haven't read V.C. Andrews, they're a kick. So again, this is Dawn. And I love the peepholes. This is not going to focus because my camera's douchey, as I said. So that's Dawn. This is Darkest Harvest. Another peephole. Peephole. It's hard to find the peephole covers. This is Web of Dreams. Also another peephole. I got these all at half price in books. Or Goodwill. Twilight's Child. They essentially came from one or the other. Twilight's Child. All books should have those nifty peepholes. This is Fallen Hearts, which is part of the Castile or the Heaven series, which is my favorite. And I have yet to find the first book. These, have I said pardon my kitten scratch? More Charlene Harris. This is called A Secret Rage. And, ooh, look, more V.C. Andrews. Garden of Shadows, which is part of the Dollenganger or Flower in the Attic series, which isn't my favorite, but this book makes up for the travesty that is the original book. My Sweet Audrina. This is a standalone from V.C. Andrews. One of my favorites. And why is everything upside down? This one is, let's see, Hate Ship, Friendship, Courtship, Love Ship, Marriage by Alice Munro. Fantastic writer of short stories. This is Lucrezia Borgia, or is it Lucrezia? I can never remember. I always get confused with Spartacus. And this is by Sarah Bradford, another woman that I find incredibly fascinating. And oh, nope, there's more than one here. This is Daughter of Fortune, a novel, Isabel Allende. And she's responsible for one of my favorite books of all time. And because it's covered by a price tag, this is Portrait in Sepia, also by Isabel Allende. I love the gold. It's very pretty. Moving on to bag number 3. Top book, The Falls by Joyce Carol Oates. She wrote a book called Foxfire that was turned into a movie with Angelina Jolie. The book was infinitely different from the books. This is Isabel Allende's The House of the Spirits. This is my most favorite book from her. And we have Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, another favorite. I have 2 books by Lisa C. that I bought at the Goodwill. This one is Shanghai Girls, and the other is Snowflower and the Secret Fan. This is American Women, 400 Years of Dolls, Drudges, Helpmates, and Heroines by Gail Collins. Philippa Gregory's The Red Queen. I tried to stay away from that part of her Tudor-ish series because, meh. The White Queen by Philippa Gregory. But I thought I would go ahead and finally read them. This is The Accursed by Joyce Carol Oates. And let's see in here. We have Gregory Maguire's Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, another book I bought at the Goodwill. There's more of them that I did, I just keep forgetting to mention it. I bought 3 books by Chuck Palahniuk. I'm sure I mispronounced his name. I'm never sure quite how to pronounce it. I have Fight Club, which of course was turned into a movie starring Edward Norton. Brad Pitt too, but Edward Norton. This one is Doomed, and this, Choke. And let's see, is there anything else in here? Yes, there is. This one's kind of wedged in here. This is At Home with Henry VIII. His Life, His Wives, His Palaces by Rose Shepherd. And now it's on to bag number 4. Let's see. More Joyce Carol Oates. This is The Grave Digger's Daughter. And I guess I'll start with these here. Sue Monk Kidd, The Invention of Wings. Her books are extraordinary. This is, H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man. Isn't this a gorgeous cover? Let's see what's over here. Ooh, more Joyce Carol Oates. Black Girl, White Girl. And let's see. Drowning Ruth, a novel by Christina Schwarz. Maybe Schwartz, there's no T. Or am I wrong about that? Probably am. This is a heavy book. This is Mother of Pearl by Melinda Haynes, another book I got from the Goodwill. Again, I got a lot of them from there, but I think I've taken this price tags off a few. This is Faithful by by Elizabeth Hoffman, and the cover is incredible. It's very beautiful. And in here are more V.C. Andrews. This is Tarnished Gold, which is part of the Landry series. And Pearl and the Mist, also part of the Landry series. And I think there's another one hiding in here. This is All That Glitters, also part of the Landry series. Obviously, I was collecting Landry series books. And this is the 4th bag. 2, 4. No, this is the 5th bag, rather. And the heaviest for some reason. I don't remember what's in here. So let's see. Oh, yes, I found this beautiful journal at half priced. They have a lot of these, surprisingly. Another Alice Munro. Something I've been meaning to tell you, which always sounds very ominous to me. This is Pope Joan by Donna Woolfolk Cross. One of my friends sent this to me to read. You're doing kind of a book swap thing. I don't know why it sounded like a good idea at the time. And it's amazing. So I went ahead and bought my own copy. This is Miss Peregrine's Hollow City. I read the first book in the series and could not get over how good it was. So I got the first and the second, Library of Souls. This is, oh yeah, Steinbeck. This is East of Eden by John Steinbeck. And let's see what else is in here. In the Footsteps of Anne Boleyn by Sarah Morris and Natalie Kroeninger. Ooh, I don't even know. Kroeninger. Ooh, that was a tough one. So, she's so pretty. This is another Joyce Carol Oates. Lovely, Dark, Deep. Can you tell I'm a fan? To be honest, there's some of those I've never read. Oh, Sermon of the Bones by Anne Rice. I forgot that was in here. Let's see, this one. Oh, my mother gave me this one. This one is Anne Rice's The Mummy. It's one of the few I have never read. Or I think I read it and I just didn't really like it at the time. And this is Sarah Waters, The Paying Guests. So this is all of them, my lovelies. All the books that I've gotten recently. One too many. Funny thing is I want to go buy some more. And I have the fun job of removing all the price tags and putting them away. Or finding room to put them is more accurate. I hope you guys liked this video and enjoyed seeing the many books that I bought. Too many books. If you did like the video, please think about giving it a thumbs up, because that's fun. It's fun to thumbs up stuff. And if you'd like to leave a comment telling me what you think of the books I bought, if you've read them, if you like them, if you didn't like them, if you just want to tell me what you had for dinner, or what color your eyeshadow was today, if you wore any, you can do that too. And hopefully you will see me again soon. Bye.